Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to another Paragon State of the Game video. The gameplay that you are watching is from a video that I made a long time ago showcasing some of the legacy gameplay. I just wanted to put this gameplay up because one, I enjoy looking at it more, and two, it reminds me of the Paragon that I used to know and love over what we have today that I honestly love just a little bit less. And in this video we will be talking about patch 38.2, which is one patch away from getting the huge balance changes and some of the card changes that they proposed a little while ago. But in this patch we get basically another loot crate overhaul, but it's not just loot crates, so it's skins in general. We get skins variations. So on common skins, on tier 1 skins, tier 2, and tier 3 skins, we can get variants, like color variants, or even like special effects variants. Like if you look at the Rampage skin and his like molten lava skin, he has a variant of another version of that where it's actually T3 and he's all ice, which is really cool. But I kind of want to go into why that system kind of sucks for the loot crates in specific, and talk about everything else. So as you know, there are a variety of things you can get from these loot crates. You can get tons of masteries, you can get all the masteries, all of the skins, you can get buffs to your experience and your reputation, and even some free coins to buy stuff that you actually would want. But even then, there's still quite a few things that you can actually buy. The problem is that with this loot crate update, they removed 5 common skins, Carnival Countess, Inquisitor Gideon, Dragonlord Greystone, White Tiger Greystone, and Executioner Murdoch. They removed those common ones. For the rare ones, they removed Snakebite Murdoch and Shadow Ops Twin Blast, and then they removed Undertow Gideon. What they did was they replaced all of those skins, those 7 skins, with, I want to say, around 50 or 60 new skins, which are just variants of those same skins. So 7 turned into, here, let me actually count it here, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, okay, maybe not 60, but like 50-ish, maybe 50 skins. It's kinda, also they added emotes to it, so you get more emotes now, and you have some Aurora skins as well as her variants. So any skin that they took out, they added 2 more of each type. So now you've got White Tiger Greystone white and purple, and White Tiger Greystone black and gold. Same with Executioner Murdoch orange, Executioner Murdoch white, Energized Twin Blast green, Energized Twin Blast pink. And what this does, though, because there's so many more common skins than there were before, it's going to take forever to actually get the things that you want now, especially if you want those rare skins, like the Snakebite Murdoch, which is dark red, or the one that's teal, or maybe black-green Shadow Ops Twin Blast, or red Shadow Ops Twin Blast, or the red and black Undertow Gideon, or the white and gold Undertow Gideon. Those exist now, and those are cool in and of themselves, but because there are so many more common skins, you're much less likely now to get those rare and ultra rare rewards than you were before, simply because of how the system is weighted to definitely give you more common items than ultra rare. And I think skin variations would have been a fantastic idea for any skin that is tier 2 and up, because there's a very good chance that players aren't going to be using tier 1 skins when they have a tier 2 or tier 3 skin to work with, simply because of how much better those skins tend to be in terms of polish, in terms of look and style and everything else, especially if you get variants of those skins. I personally don't use any other skin other than my Undertow Gideon, for Gideon, even though I have some of his really cool tier 1 skins, like the one that's like red and black and it changes his like, it's not tier 2, it's just tier 1, it looks really good. But Undertow Gideon, I mean, I want to be a freaking skeleton, you know, and that same kind of logic applies, I feel, to at least some people, enough that this particular change to the loot crate is a negative one. I mean, I wouldn't have recommended loot crates exclusively if you wanted Undertow Gideon or anything like that, but now, geez, the chances are so much lower simply because there are so many more things added to the loot crate itself. We're talking 30, 40 more items, and that just decreases the chances by an amount that is so ridiculous you might as well not even bother. The only way I would recommend loot crates is if you get them for free. And even then, they did make keys free after matches, like sometimes you would win keys after a match, right? But that's not necessarily the case. I'm hearing tons of reports of people who have 20, 30, 40, 50 loot crates and no keys. They can win crates all day long, but when it comes to getting a key after a match, or maybe by leveling up your heroes, nothing. Or victory chests. Like, I've gotten one key out of a victory chest in all of my matches since loot crates and keys have shown up, and they need to equal that out. It honestly needs to be 50-50. If you want people to be happy with a system like this, it needs to be 50-50. Or maybe you can have some kind of weighted system where the game sees that, hey, you have a lot more crates than you do keys, it's time to give you some more keys now, and vice versa. I feel like that would also work and probably wouldn't be too hard to code in. But you just need to make it more fair to your play base, because we aren't going to take kindly to stuff like that. And it's not because we hate it and want to see it all gone. We just think it's a little bit skewed, a little bit unfair compared to what it was in the past. And even then, it wasn't that great in the past. It's even worse now. And aside from a couple of other bug fixes and some slight changes and a new weekly card pack, that was essentially this entire patch, was loot crates, which doesn't paint a great picture for Epic Games. It seems like they're really trying to push this loot crate stuff really hard because they know, to some people, those kinds of things, the loot crates themselves, the whole gambling aspect of it, can create obsessions in a lot of people to spend an inordinate amount of money in order to get those special skins, and now in the case of the new loot crates, those special variants of skins. They may even have the tier 3 Gideon skin already, but they want to spend another $100 or $200 or $500 trying to get that special white and gold Undertow Gideon. And yeah, it's my opinion that that's a little underhanded. Honestly, it's a little sleazy. I understand that Epic Games wants to make money to help continue to fund development, but I also believe that there are better ways to do so. One surefire way of doing this is by letting us buy the skins with color variants on our own. Letting us do it instead of having to rely on RNG, because there's no other way to get these skins other than from the loot crate itself, which is just a crapshoot at this point. But being able to say, if I don't have Undertow Gideon, I can go buy not only his base skin, but for maybe a little bit extra, buy his 2 variants on top of it, maybe for like a slightly cheaper combo bundle. Or if I already have the skin, I can buy the variants separately for maybe a little bit extra. I mean, that would grant you guys so much more money, and you're not even doing a lot of work, to be quite honest. Like, your artists are just changing the colors of these tier 3 skins. It's not like they're making new tier 3 skins. It's an easy way to get more money. Just let us buy them. For me personally, I am not going to put money into anything that's purely random. If I'm going to spend money, I want to know for a fact that what I'm getting out of it is exactly what I want. There are 2 more things that are bugging me lately as well. Have you guys seen the new hero? The little teaser picture? I'm sure she'll be released a day or 2 after this video was released, but she pretty much looks like another attractive white or maybe Indian or, I don't know, Asian female with a presumably one-handed weapon, and it's very likely that she will be a caster or support, but I'm tired of this same archetype. Here we go. It's like 4th or 5th one in a row now. Come on, guys. Mix it up a little. Make her fat, for crying out loud. Give me something interesting. Coming from games like Overwatch and Paladins and many other games, like, they have interesting character designs. Why is it that the males, and I'm not like trying to be like a feminist here or anything, but why is it that all of the guys in games like Paragon have really interesting, varied, and unique designs, and 99% of the females are hot, thin, attractive, and mainly white? Now, I don't give a fuck about race, I don't give a fuck about skin color, or anything about that, but it's just become incredibly repetitive at this point, that it's just not interesting. Like, I want variance, I want interesting. So if you want to like make them fat or something, or make them green, or make them alien, or make them robots. I don't know, really anything. Make them like made out of water or like a cloud. Anything. They don't have to be human. And what's with almost every single community spotlight being about somebody's freaking screenshots? 10% of the time it's somebody's custom artwork, and that's cool. I like custom artwork. Some of that stuff is really impressive. Another 10% of the time, it's celebrating somebody who streams or does YouTube. That is good. I appreciate that kind of support to the people who get your game out there. And then you have the majority, the screenshotters, as I like to call them. Is there really nobody else in the community that does anything interesting Paragon related that you can't put up there instead of all those people showing off their amazing custom screenshots? I mean, sure, they look good. They're all high resolution and everything, but that's like the easiest thing to do. Artists should be covered way more, even if their art sucks, over something like screenshots. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about all that I said in this video, about the loot boxes, about the new hero coming, about the community spotlight. We'll have a conversation about it. Hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this before you go. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you listening to my ranting. I can't wait to comment on what we get in the next patch. See you guys then.